All right, so commas with the word and are generally confusing for people, but almost everybody thinks that because we see the word and, we always want to put a comma in front of it. But that's not always the case, right? So if we have the word and, we want to put a comma in front of it if what occurs after is an independent clause. So like a sentence. So an independent clause is a sentence. Subject, verb, predicate, right? That's when we want to put a comma in front of it, right? So let's look at answer choice A. So most people want to put a comma in front of this, but is heated it to a boil in a full sentence? It is not. So we do not want to have a comma here. So A is knocked out, right? Answer choice B, we have the researcher poured the solution into the flask. Is this an independent clause? The researcher poured the solution into the flask. This is an independent clause. It's a full sentence, right? And then we have a comma, and then we have, then she heated it to a boil. Then she heated it to a boil is also an independent clause, and we don't want to do independent clause, comma, independent clause, because that is a run-on, right? So B is knocked out. And then we have answer choice C, which is the researcher poured the solution into the flask, which we've already decided is an independent clause, right? And then we have, and then she heated it to a boil, right? Then she heated it to a boil is an independent clause, so we would need a comma here, but there wasn't one in answer choice C, so that's gone. And then we're left with answer choice D. The researcher poured the solution into the flask and heated it to a boil is heated it to a boil an independent clause? It's not. So we don't want a comma in front of and there, and that's what makes answer choice D correct, right? So remember, comma in front of and, if what occurs after can stand on its own as a sentence, the word and makes it a dependent clause, right? So it's fine that we have an independent clause in front, and then we have the comma and, which makes this dependent, but we have to make sure that if we already have the independent clause, the researcher poured the solution into the flask, we have to make sure what happens after is dependent, and only answer choice D does that. And the reason answer choice A is wrong is that heated it to a boil is not a full sentence, so we can't use a comma there. So answer choice D.